Really quick, everybody, as usual, this entire video will be timestamped, so if you just want to skip to a specific topic, you don't want to watch the whole thing, check the pinned comment or check the little red bar down below you. Again, this entire video will be timestamped, and I'd appreciate you watching whatever you'd like to. And if you're sticking around, welcome back to another video, everybody. Welcome back to another Let's Talk Clen. I feel like I'll be getting a little bit more, energetic as the video goes on, because I literally just woke up, I just took a shower. I need to do all these videos early in the day because we have a big UFC card tonight, and I'm definitely not going to be doing it then, especially if I'm coming home like a little tipsy or whatever, you know. So I'm gonna do my best. I'm doing my best right now. I'm running out of breath when I'm talking. I feel a little groggy still. But let's get through this. I'm excited to do this video, so please don't take my tiredness as like a lack of enthusiasm, if that makes sense. So as usual, last time I asked you guys to put in some topics for me to talk about this video, and we're gonna get right into it, although it's not really getting right into it, is it? For a Twitch topic, because you talk about Poki showing off her insanely clean room and people are mocking her by showing off their messy setup. So I do appreciate you giving me more Twitch stuff to talk about, because I don't really keep up too much with all the Twitch stuff, but I don't know like what I can really say about this one. It's pretty self-explanatory. Like you said, Pokimane just, I think she got, I don't know if she got a new house or a new apartment, new room, something like that. She posted a picture or a video showing off like how immaculate it looks, and then I saw a bunch of other streamers on Twitter showing off like that next to their camera they have like a bunch of McDonald's fries and like half-eaten burgers and stuff right next to them, but it's just like barely off the camera. You know what, I love mocking people. It's always fun to mock somebody, but I wish, like, I don't really think anything of it. Of course, like if you're someone big and huge like Pokimane is, you can have a immaculate place. Like, not to say that you can't really have an immaculate place. Maybe that was a little bit dumb to say. Like, she can afford all this expensive things. The big thing that why people leave their setups all messy and stuff is because if they're on stream for, let's say they're streaming for 8 hours, they can't afford to go take like a lunch break, because then people will leave the stream. But for someone like Pokimane, who has like a lot of people who do want to watch her, and on top of that have a lot of simps who will just wait for her to get back, she can go to the bathroom whenever she wants. She can take as long as she wants. She can go fix her makeup. She can go play a game off of stream. She can literally pause the stream and be like, okay, I'll be back in 20 minutes, and people will actually wait around for her. Now, every big streamer could probably do that. Like, it's not necessarily just her, but I understand why people do have their messy setups, and they say like, hey, I have to eat here, and then I have to leave it here. I don't even have time to like leave and go put it in the garbage because people will leave it. And you know what? It sucks that they have to do that, but at the same time, if they're not big enough where people want to stay, you just kind of have to deal with it, if that makes sense. As all the streamers get more popular, I'm sure that they will be able to leave the stream more often, but like I just said, it's something you just have to deal with. And just like mocking Pokimane because she is like a big streamer or something like that, it's fun to mock people, but it also sucks that people are, I feel like some people aren't mocking her and some people are, so it just varies on the person, and that's really all I have to say about that. Anyways, guys, let's move on to the next one here. I have a two-parter. Do you watch anime? If so, what collabs would you like to see in Fortnite? I personally have always wanted Naruto, and I will answer the Fortnite part. I want to keep this at least somewhat structured, so I'm going to answer the Fortnite part in the Fortnite section. Anyways, do I watch anime? I actually, like, just in the past year got into it a little bit. Like, I wouldn't say, like, I'm a huge anime guy. So, I play with two of my friends in Fortnite, and they actually convinced me to finally watch something. And so, I watched Death Note before anything, and that was fantastic. I loved it. I'm one of those people, though, I have to watch dubbed things. I don't know how, again, I'm not, like, too involved in, like, the anime world here. I have to watch dubbed. I just don't like reading captions the entire time that I'm watching something. So, if it's not dubbed, I definitely won't watch it. Nothing against people who do watch it. I think it's subbed, though, right? Can you tell I'm not really part of this? But I did watch Death Note, and that was one of the best shows I've ever watched. I'm a really big fan of, like, shows with 20-minute episodes, because it's something quick you can do before bed. It's something quick you can do like while you eat or something like that. So I really like watching anything that has like 20-minute episodes, and that's initially what caught me on a Death Note. And it was crazy. Like, the amount of, whoever wrote that is an absolute genius. And now that I'm a little bit more venturing into like the anime world, I'm finding people saying like Death Note is like, I saw one in particular, it was like entry-level trash, and like I see other comments like that. I'm like, what? That show is fantastic. How could you possibly think that? But I don't know. Maybe it is an entry-level anime, so maybe I'm just, I don't know, a newbie to it. I don't know if that makes sense. But yes, Death Note was fantastic. And then my buddy convinced me to watch Full Metal Alchemist, and that was even better than Death Note. That was one of the best shows I've ever seen, to be honest with you. Like, and that song got stuck in my head every single time that the outro played. If you watch Full Metal Alchemist, it was like, let it all out, let it all out. And I was singing that for like so long. The entire time I watched that show, that song was stuck in my head, because like every time I'd finish an episode, I would go to bed and then that song would be in my head, and then I'd wake up with it still in my head. But it's not even about the song. That show was absolutely fantastic. It was better than Death Note. So I feel like if other shows are better than Death Note, like Full Metal Alchemist was, I might be on the train of like, oh my god, Death Note, that's nothing. So I don't know yet. I haven't ventured too much into it, but those two shows are absolutely fantastic. And guys, we're going to move on to Smash Bros. Now. We are starting off with a theory. I have a theory. All the themes in Smash Ultimate, Donkey Kong, Metroid, Final Fantasy are getting their missing characters except Zelda, Kirby, and Sonic. So maybe the final character can come from one of those series. So a big thing that I used to talk about before Kazuya got revealed was the possibility of Breath of the Wild Zelda, or a character from Breath of the Wild in general. I feel like it would be Breath of the Wild Zelda. It's just me though. I feel like that wasn't out of the realm of possibility here. I feel like it's something Nintendo would do, especially because this Fighter's Pass, like, to me, every single character was hype, but this Fighter's Pass was definitely not as huge as the first one, if that makes sense. So we know Nintendo picked the characters. We know Breath of the Wild 2 is coming. It would make sense for Nintendo to pick Breath of the Wild Zelda, and you know what? Again, like, Nintendo picks the characters. It's not totally up to Mr. Sakurai. I feel like I might be paraphrasing here, but Mr. Sakurai said something along the lines of, Nintendo comes to me with a big list, and I choose from that list. So, again, I'm paraphrasing, just don't want to take me out of context there, but for the most part, it's up to Nintendo. So, if you're talking about, like, all these characters that got their missing characters, you know what? It's true. We got Sephiroth. I don't know. It's kind of, you're on to something here. Looking at these series, I do feel like if any of them have the best chance, it is Zelda and Sonic, because I don't know why. I know, like, jumping into these theories have never really proven to, like, make sense of anything. It never really proved to be true. But Smash Ultimate does have a really, really big villain theme. And a big character that we're missing is Eggman. And I know I'm biased in saying that, but I am able to look at it objectively. Smash Ultimate really has been all about villains. With all the reveals, the big villains are coming in. We, like you said, we've been getting these missing characters from missing series. People have been begging for another Sonic character to join Smash Bros. And I feel like Eggman would be one of those big reveals to end things off. And it would be something that Nintendo would want, because we'll forever have new Sonic games coming. Eggman will always be relevant. It would just make sense. I think it's between Eggman and Breath of the Wild Zelda, if you're talking about this particular theory. And we're going to move on from that, guys, and we have another very interesting one. Why, in your opinion, is it so hard to collab with Disney? For Smash Bros. Specifically, because I follow Fortnite too, and they seem to have no problem collaborating with Fortnite. I ask because I'm someone who really wants Sora in Smash Ultimate, especially as a last fighter, and people always say no because Disney is so hard to sign with. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and you know what? That is a very interesting topic. Of course, everything I'm about to say here is all completely speculative, because I don't know actually why it's so hard to sign with Disney, but it's very interesting that you bring that up with Fortnite, because maybe it's something for Marvel specifically. I don't know if you're signing different characters and you're thinking, like, I understand that Marvel is Disney, but what if, like, Marvel and Disney are something different to sign with completely, because Marvel has done a lot of crossovers in the past. It seems like it's a whole different, like, I don't want to say company, it's a whole different organization. It's like you have Disney who's ruling over all of it, but I feel like Marvel is completely separate from that. That's just my take on it. Of course, like I just said, nobody ever knows why it's so hard to sign with Disney. Nobody ever knows what it's like to actually deal with Disney. But another thing problem that I don't see a lot of people talking about is the fact that Sora is associated with, like, Mickey Mouse, and, like, there's not really a problem that he's associated with Mickey Mouse and, like, all those Disney characters, but Smash Bros is totally about video games. That's really the only hard rule that we've had. Like, nothing about Sis trophies, nothing about spirits. It's just video games. It's a video game crossover, and I feel like if you open the door with Sora, that opens the door for, like, spirits like Mickey Mouse and other, like, Disney characters that aren't from video games to join Smash Ultimate. Maybe that's why they're avoiding it. Maybe that's why we never hear anything about Sora. I just feel like that's something that nobody ever talks about, but I don't know why in particular it is so hard to deal with Disney. I feel like like I said, I feel like with Marvel, it's something totally different, because you see crossovers with Marvel all the time. You see Marvel this, Marvel that. Everywhere you go, you see something Marvel. You don't necessarily have the same thing with Disney. Plus, you don't know what Disney wants to associate Sora with, or if you want to add DLC to the game if the game changes. Maybe they just don't want their property in an ever-changing game, if that makes sense. So, again, like I said a few times now, I don't know exactly what it's like. That's just my theory. It's a very interesting question. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below, guys. And, guys, we're going to move on to Fortnite now. What would you do to fix Creative's current issues, such as low-quality maps being pushed to the top, etc.? So, Low quality maps, that's a little bit of a big problem here, but a bigger problem with that is that there are so many people who want to play such a simple Zone Wars map. So I feel like with creative, what you could do, and I don't know if this will fix it, this is just like off the top of my head right now, you know how you have all the featured islands, you can just pick from all those, so you could have a section for those very, very simple Zone Wars maps, like the box fights, things that people regularly like to play, and you could kind of cycle between those, because I have a hard time saying low quality maps because people obviously put work into their maps, but they are low quality maps compared to what you can play. And there's so many people who have made so many interesting like live events, so many interesting game modes, mini games, things that nobody's ever thought about. Even just a place to explore and a find your way out map. There's so many different things you can play. So I feel like if you want to have all these featured islands, you could put them in like separate. You could have like cycle between 1 or 2 of the Zone Wars type, and then just like have the rest go and be everything else in every other category. So but again, the problem is that it's like the same things you're cycling through. I feel like to get all these different maps featured, Epic would have to bring something back, like remember what they were doing with the block or the creative hub submissions, where you actually have to take steps where you go, okay, I'm going to submit this to Epic Games, this is the rules I put, like but then again, you can't even put rules. Like this is a hard thing to figure out, to be honest. They need to have like some form of submission thing where you can put your map into Epic Games, and then like an Epic dev would actually check it out and be like, okay, this is a pretty fun map. But then again, having Epic test all those things would cost money. So I don't know. Man, for the problem with the low quality islands, I feel like that is something that's someone else is gonna have to figure out, because that's the best I can do, to be honest with you. But if you're talking about like the summer event, those maps, like Epic had to have tested those ones, right? Like there's no way they wouldn't. Those summer maps like the Pro 100, you know what, they were okay, but they could have done so much better. You could have found a summer map. You could have went the extra mile and found these featured, like especially if you're putting them in the lobby for people to play, you could have went the extra mile and found like the most top quality maps that you could possibly find for theirs. But again, I wish I could tell you, like, I wish I could give you a better answer on that. I feel like I gave a really poor answer on that, but that's the best I could do, especially off the top of my head here. For another creative issue, something that I'm a little bit disappointed about is when I read the creative Ask Me Anything, Epic said that they have no plans to add the exotic and mythic weapons to creative. They're exclusive to Battle Royale. You know what? I was going to say I understand, but I don't really understand. I have a hard time finding myself disappointed in Fortnite because of all the hard work, especially the creative devs have been doing for us, especially lately. They've been pushing out some incredible updates. They've been adding stuff quickly. Like, this is the quickest we've ever gotten new seasonal weapons in creative in a long time, and I really, really appreciate that. So, but I expected all the exotics and mythics to come. Like, I didn't see a reason why they wouldn't do it. I'm just a little bit disappointed about that, and I have a hard time, again, being disappointed because of all the stuff they do with us. It's hard. Like, adding exotics and mythics to creative would be something that seems very, very simple for the dev team to do, but I don't know why they won't do it. I wish I could give you a reason, and it would bring so much more livelihood to creative. That's just my take on it. So that's a biggie. But like I said, for the maps, I wish I could give you a better answer about that. I'm sorry if it wasn't if it was a little bit poor there. What Epic will have to do with that is actually hire some people to dive in and start exploring different island codes and different creative maps. Go on social media, see who's posting what, because the people who really, really want to make their maps really known will post it on Reddit, will post it on Twitter, we'll make a YouTube video about it. So you'd have to hire a team to kind of go check out those videos and get those featured, if that makes sense. So I hope I came up with an okay idea. I'd love to hear what you guys think down below, what you would do to fix this issue. And guys, we're gonna move on to the last topic for today. It's again the second part of the two-parter I had earlier. So I do watch anime. Answer that. If so, what collabs would you like to see in Fortnite? I personally have always wanted Naruto, and you know what, like I said in the anime section, I wish I could like go on a little bit longer about this, but I've only seen Death Note and Full Metal Alchemist. So, but honestly, for Fortnite, it would be sick to have a Full Metal Alchemist crossover. I don't know what you could do. You could even have like the Truth skin. That'd be really cool. That'd be really, really cool. I know this is really quick, but I wish I could dive more into anime, but I don't know all the really... my buddy's trying to convince me right now to watch Attack on Titan. I plan on it, but I don't know what I'm going to watch on because Canadian Netflix sucks. But yeah, I wish I could tell you a little bit more there. But if you would, like, Death Note, I feel like it would be a little bit bland. Because, again, I've only seen Death Note and Full Metal Alchemist. So, Full Metal Alchemist, I'd be so down for that. That'd be a really cool crossover. But Naruto, who doesn't know Naruto? The entire world knows Naruto, except for me. I don't know if I'll be able to watch that, or if I'm planning on watching that one. I heard it's a really, really long series, so maybe I'll get to it one day. But if everybody loves it, why not do that one? You know, I'd be happy to see that come in the game because it would make the whole world happy and the whole world talking about it, if that makes sense. So, I wish I could talk about a little bit more about that one, but... guys, that's going to do it for this video today. This one was really interesting for me. I like these topics. I apologize again that I'm a little bit low energy here because I just got out of bed and it takes me a while to wake up. That's just me, though. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. I can tell, like, my voice is a little bit groggy, and I'm recording a couple other videos today, so hopefully those don't absolutely blow. Maybe I'll have a coffee or something, but next time I will absolutely be a little bit more energetic, so I apologize for that. Thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you for dealing with it, guys. Thank you for always watching my content. I really, really appreciate it, but I'm going to call the video there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you're new here and you enjoy the content, please consider hitting the like button. It would help out the channel a ton. And subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this, Fortnite and Smash Bros. Content. I have a supporter creator code if you play Fortnite in the item shop. It is CLEN-GOCO, hashtag ad. I am a hashtag epic partner. And follow me on TikTok at CLEN_YT. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video. Take care.